Okay, this is the Fanaticism Zeal Paladin. Everybody knows, probably most know, that the Paladin class is very overpowered. It is meant to be the hero of the game, seems like. So let's dive in. First, stats. I chose 174 strength, so I could use Crown of Ages, my elm of choice. I put enough dex points so I could have max block with the Holy Shield skill, and rest in vitality. Pretty standard. So, the skills. The Paladin, as a Zealer, of course he will max out Zeal, and the synergy Sacrifice. Sacrifice will enhance the damage, and Zeal will mostly enhance the attack rating, also a little bit of damage, and more hits. I chose the Fanaticism Aura, like most do, because it gives attack rating, damage, and more importantly, increased attack speed. So I could focus on damage and resistance and all other breakpoints, not speed. The last skill that I maxed was Blessed End. Blessed End has a hidden bonus. Every hard point in Blessed End will increase the attack rating. At level 89, the current attack rating that I have is more than enough for PVM farming. I'm not sure about PvP, but maybe PvP as well. That's not my thing, PvP. Not yet. I will learn somehow. And the rest of my points, I chose Resist Lightning, because every 2 hard points in Resist Lightning, Resist Cold, and Resist Fire will give 1 extra plus resistance. That way I can cross the 75 cap and have currently 89 at lightning. The 86 at fire comes from my gear, my shield. In a second I'll show it. Before the gear, what does the Zealer can do as mobility? In town I use the Vigor Aura. It makes me run way faster than if I was not. And out of town I use the Charge skill. I can hit with Charge, but I can also be very fast. I can use both. I can use Vigor and Charge and be extremely fast. So, what is the gear? The weapon of choice is Death Cleaver. The Grief Rune Word probably is the best in slot, but that's my choice. Why? I think it can best play as a Zealer. I like this weapon. It's very rare drop. It is ladder only. I happen to have an almost perfect enhanced damage roll, ethereal, so I want to use it. I like that weapon. What shines on this weapon is the Deadly Strike. So gigantic, the Deadly Strike, minus target defense that works on bosses, and increases attack speed. So, and I don't have to worry about repair all the time because it has Zod Rune. So nice, GG. Along the cleaver I'm rocking the Crown of Ages for survivability with Burr. That's kind of intense on the strength requirement, but I don't care, it is worth it. I hit breakpoints with that. The amulet is the High Lord. I needed to keep my lightning resistance. I remove it and I don't keep it anymore. I don't need the speed on that. I can choose between amulet and the gloves, which is laying of hands, but I enjoy both. Laying of hands helps me with fire resistance and damage to demons, so it is very helpful, even though my increased attack speed breakpoint is 56 with my fanaticism level, which is 27. So with only the weapon and one extra piece I can cap it. I'm using the Fortitude armor. In my opinion, the Chains of Honor probably is better. It has better resistances overall. It makes you free to change gear easier, but I do like the proc on the Chilling armor. My defense is not that high for a melee character, and I enjoy when it procs. My rings are Carrion Wind to cap my poison resistance, to proc some twisters so I can stun mobs. That is my only source of life leech, I believe, and has some damage goes into mana. If I'm dealing with non-leechable undead or something, I can get a little bit of mana in a close call situation, I guess. My other ring is Raven Frost. Of course, I do need the cannot be frozen, like every melee build, mostly every close range combat build, and it also helps a lot with the attack rating. My belt is one that I don't see it used very often, but I use it quite a lot on many builds. The Mavina's belt, a perfect defense pro, by the way. It helps me running faster, and I get mana leech. That's my only source of mana leech, and that's quite enough. You can see my mercenaries is having some work to do while I talk. Boot is Gore Riders, my only source of crushing blows. So sometimes I think of changing the gloves into crushing blow gloves, bloody crafted gloves. It may be useful, I'm not sure. I don't need the increased attack speed on that, so I may test it out in the future. And last but not least, my shield is the Phoenix, on a very rare drop, very nice drop, the Sacred Tart, the best blocking base with 45 to all resistance, and I rolled kind of high on the enhanced damage, so GG. With the Redemption Aura, I don't have to put one hard point in Redemption like most Paladins do, and I don't have to be worried about proccing Life Tackle, so no Dracules, so no, what's the name, Exile, and my damage goes to the roof. I remove it, and almost 2k, 5.7k goes into 2.4k into 7.2k. That's a lot. It also obviously caps my resistance quite nicely. I don't have max code resistance yet because I use faster hit recovery small charms, mostly with attack rating. Only one has cold resistance. Once I find another, or for sure will cap, and anyone will do. The minimal cold resistance is enough. So I will still use the others with attack rating. The Zealer lacks attack rating. It is kind of a issue. But how do I have it so big, so high attack rating? And I'm not that much of a high level player. I could be even higher. I use steel grand charms, and luckily, thankfully, mine have life, so they are all of vita and of sustenance. Without them, I use a considerable amount of attack rating. So I do like steel grand charms. I farm them, I stash them, I use plain ones. I consider them very GG piece of gear overall. I have Annihilos, have Torch. My Torch has perfect resistance. My Annihilos has anti-perfect resistances. If it was a little bit better, I was already capping cold resistance, I guess. But maybe I trade for one, I get one that is better. The game is a never-ending farm after all. If we wait to be perfect to show stuff, we will show nothing never, because always there is room to improvement, just like in life. And I did not choose Reaper Stole Mercenary. I'm using the Ice Runeward Mercenary. And why is that? It has a very nice crowd control, freezing, and with the Holy Freeze aura itself, especially at big areas like River of Flame and stuff like that. It hits hard enough, it kills stuff in hell, it is good, and I'm experimenting. It uses Chains of Honor to enhance the skill. I forgot the name that the mercenary uses that decreases monsters' defense, the Amazon skill, and Ethereal and Darius Visage with a IAS duo that has 30 fire resistance. Very rare drop, very hard find. I do love that elm. I think I only have 2 total, and this is the only one that has the perfect duo in it. So if I use this mercenary, how do I deal with physical immunes? I use the Azureth Faceblade. This is a fantastic weapon with very big magic damage, cold damage, and sanctuary aura that looks very cool. It's very nice. Helps with undead immunity, helps with that knockback, helps with style points. It looks cool. It's a ladder only item as well, and mine has a almost perfect roll. It caps at 270, 2% away from being perfect. I have to socket it and put preferably IAS duo with some enhanced damage to be even better. When I see a mob that has physical immunes and I wanna kill them, I simply change weapons, go there and hit them. So the class is amazing, good mobility with the charge, with the fagor. I don't have to remove my aura to use the charge skill. I can use it left click. And what else? I'm not hitting the best breakpoints at the moment. I need more faster hit recovery. I'm hitting the 48 breakpoint. My goal is the 86. I have 65 at the moment, so I'm hunting 2 Steel Grand Charms of Balance instead of Vita to make a switch so I can cap better frames. But the way I am right now, it's enough, it's good enough, I don't have a problem. The possible mercenaries that I can see this build rocking, I guess my favorite is the Pride mercenary, to have level 20 concentration aura on top of the level 27 fanaticism and some might aura with the same mercenary will make the damage go through the roof for sure. But I don't have a Pride currently, I have to trade for or make one at ladder and wait a few months to bring it over. So for now I'm doing the ice bow, which is good, it's not bad at all, it's nice, it is fun, it feels different, it plays different. But once I get the Pride, I will make a bow paladin with that piece for sure, I have that plan. What else would work? Maybe the Lawbringer to proc the Procrepify and have the Sanctuary. What else? Maybe Last Wish for the Might Aura. And oh, I have to charge. What's going on? I have to charge the computer. Just a second. My charger is not working properly. Oh no. Okay, I solved it. Nothing to worry. I guess I won't be shutting down. Okay, back to the subject. I was talking mercenaries. Last Wish is not a bad call, but Last Wish breaks the bank, is the most expensive thing ever and ladder only, so I'm not sure. Well, first of all, is this build hell viable? Yes, for sure. I'm about to show that, but is this hell viable on a budget? Well, yes and no, because if you don't find the right weapon, you're gonna struggle a bit. Some seasons ago I played the Zealer, the Fanaticism Zealer, and I used the Barnard Star, the Astrion, I don't remember, the Upped Head Striker, but not Ethereal. Sadly I did not find an Ethereal one, and I had a rough time. I could farm the Countess and the area, but it was slow. The speed queue was not nice, and being melee, you already do not own a fantastic speed queue. So what I suggest is using this build for a nightmare farming route and go that path until you can make or find the low room, so you can finally make that fantastic reef that is the best in slot for sure, and it's not the most expensive and rare find. So go Grief. If you have Grief, then yes, totally hell viable, you can do any content. If you are playing solo self-found, if you are playing single player, I suggest maybe stick to farming static maps at Undario and Countess, and from that you can gear your other characters if you are playing a mod like Pluggy, but I'm not really sure. It is not easy to find Griffy substitute weapons, so I will say yes and no for budget hell viable. And what are my farming spot for this build. Since it can do any content, any at all, I simply go anywhere, but I like to go different places. I'm kind of sick of farming level 85 areas over and over and over, so I'm here at the Maggot lair, and let's kill some stuff. Why not? The mercenary started already. So physical immunes, what do we do? Let's put Azureth on, maybe we can find more, and let's see how it goes. Of course, this is not the hardest content area of the game, it is not a show off, but it is enough to show what it can do, how fast it can do, and how cool it looks doing. So you can see that the Azureth can kill the non-physical immunes just as easily. I'm gonna change for the Death Cleaver. Here it is, no more Sanctuary. Mobility. Let's kill those beetles. Okay, more physical immunes. That is pretty much it. Ah, there is something I forgot to mention. What's going on? I'm lagging. Maybe I'm lagging. Sometimes I do. Oh, immune. That's some kind of bug. I'll go down and come back. I forgot to mention something. I heard from a... Okay, no more bug. I heard from a good source that the Death Cleaver has a bug with the Assassin and Barbarian class. The Deadly Strike does not work properly as it is supposed to do. So I did not find official info about it. I could not find, I searched a bit, but so far I believe it. It was a experienced friend that told me that. So I'm counting that it is the way it works, but I do not know how to test it out. And I did not try it out with the Barbarian or Assassin, so if somebody else out there knows, can confirm or can tell some data on the subject, that would be nice. I would appreciate it. And be careful. You could think that you are rocking 100% Deadly Strike when you are not. Right now I have over 166, 33 and 15 more, so that passes the 100 spot. So this is pretty much it. That's the Fanaticism Zeal Paladin for PVM. Can it do Ubers? It can. Can it do bosses easily? Yes. I could be rocking more Crushing Blow. I could be using Last Wish. I do have one in stash, but I like the Death Cleaver so much that I'm okay. I'll already kill anything with ease, so it is tested, I guess. I'm considering enough. I appreciate suggestions, comments, questions, and do people also use Death Cleaver on Zealer? Normally I see every Zealer, when I see a Zealer, I see it rocking the Grief. Everybody goes the Grief route, so have you ever tried? I don't know, tell me. Thank you for watching. See you.